Saint Paisios of Mount Athos is one of the greatest and most revered saints of the Orthodox Church of our time. We consider him to be a modern-day saint, as he was canonized on January 13th, 2015, by the Holy Synod of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. Even though he lived the monastic life on Mount Athos in northern Greece, he became a shining light for thousands of faithful who flocked to see him. His life, miracles, and teachings continue to touch the hearts of people throughout the world to this day. The following are 7 life-changing quotes from Saint Paisios. Freedom. It is not freedom when we say to people that everything is permitted. That is slavery. To improve, one must have difficulties. Let's take an example. We have a little tree. We take care of it. We place a stake and tie it with a rope. Naturally, we don't tie it with wire because that way we would injure it. With their method, they would not constrain the tree, and it doesn't develop properly otherwise. And look at the child. We limit his freedom from the beginning. When he is first conceived, the poor thing is limited in his mother's womb and remains there 9 whole months. Later he is born, and immediately they swaddle him in a blanket. They tie him up. As soon as he begins to grow, they set a railing, etc. All of this is necessary for him to grow. It appears to take away freedom, but without these protective measures, the child will die in the first moment. The elder said, "Freedom is good when the person can use it appropriately. Otherwise, it is a disaster." Humility. Humility is acquired after struggles. When you know yourself, you acquire humility, which become a permanent condition. Otherwise, one can become humble for a moment, but your thought will say to you that you are something, although in reality you're nothing. And you'll be deluded like that to the moment of death. If death finds you with the thought that you are nothing, then God will speak. If, however, your thought says at the hour of death that you are something and you don't understand it, all your effort goes to waste. Love. Spiritual love is superior to the love between natural brothers and sisters because one relates to another through Christ, and not a common mother. Those who possess this pure, noble love are full of kindness, because they have Christ inside them and the Godhead is depicted on their faces. Naturally, it is impossible for Christ's love to enter within us unless we separate ourselves from our love, offer it to God in His images, and give ourselves to others without wanting them to commit themselves to us. Those who suffer deeply for the salvation of the whole world and help in their own way, as strugglers, and humbly entrust themselves to the hands of God, feel the greatest joy in the world. Their life is a constant doxology, for they flutter about internally like angels, glorifying God day and night. Those, however, who neglect the salvation of their souls and try to find joy and rest in this vain life are continually tortured and entangled in endless worldly machinery and live in hell in this life. Conscience. Conscience is the first law of God, which He deeply carved in the hearts of the first created, and consequently, each one of us takes it as a photocopy from his parents when he is born. Those who have managed to sensitize their consciences through the daily study of themselves feel themselves estranged from this world, and, as a result, worldly people are dumbfounded by their discerning behavior. Those, however, who do not examine their consciences are neither benefited by spiritual study nor by the advice of the elders, nor are they even able to keep God's commandments, since they quickly become insensitive. Read. There is no man more intelligent than the merciful one who gives away earthly, perishable things and buys imperishable, heavenly things. Likewise, there is no greater fool in the world than the greedy one who gathers things continually, and yet is deprived continually, finally buying hell with his collected savings. Those, naturally, who are lost in material things are totally lost, for they have also lost Christ. Kindness. Kind people naturally derive benefit even from their fellow men's failings, for they use them as a strong brake on themselves in order to take care not to be derailed. But those who are deceitful, unfortunately, are not benefited, not even by other people's virtues, because they interpret them with their wily lexicon being darkened by the gloom of the manslayer. They spiritually wrong themselves and others, and are always upset and continually upset others with their spiritual darkness. Whereas actual cloudy weather causes sadness only to people who suffer from grief. Kindness is one of God's many qualities. Therefore, it always spreads joy, drives away the clouds, and opens up hearts like the spring sunshine which makes the earth blossom. It even warms up snakes and takes them out of their cold holes so they too can enjoy God's kindness. Prayer. At the hour of prayer, when our minds divert to filthy things, or if these things descend on us unwillingly, we must not start an argumentative war with the enemy. For even if all of the world's lawyers were to gather together, they would not be able to prevail upon one single little demon through argumentation, since only with contempt can someone drive away the demons and their blasphemous words. Of course, the enemy will bark for a time and only then run off. Man should not be upset about the blasphemies of the devil, but only about his personal sins, and to hope in God's boundless mercy. For where hope in God is absent, the devil's tail is present.